Hey guys, it's Brandy, and today I'm talking about these babies. Again, if you can't tell, I have braces, and even more importantly, I have rubber bands in. If you've ever had braces, or are getting braces, or want braces, you will most likely encounter rubber bands at some point. I have met some people who were lucky and never had to wear them. I'm not one of those lucky few. So I thought I would come on here and tell you guys the struggles of having rubber bands and how to live with them. I've had my braces for almost 2 years, and I've had rubber bands for about a year and a half now. Just a little background story. I only see my orthodontist every 3 months, or I did, but I'm rearing the end of my braces, trial, so now I'm seeing him more often. But for most of the 2 years that I've had my braces, I've only seen him once every 3 months, sometimes 2 months. He is a more affordable orthodontist, I guess, and in order to jam-pack us all into his schedule, he only sees us that often, which is kind of an inconvenience, but besides the point. So first, we'll start off with the struggles of rubber bands. When you first get them, they hurt so bad. You think getting your braces tightened hurts? No, rubber bands hurt so much more. I think the worst pain I've ever felt was in December of last year. I had to wear rubber bands to where they kind of had, it basically just centered my jaw, but permanently, not, because if you only wear your rubber bands like half-assed, it will go back to normal. So I did that. I had to wear them 24/7, and at the time, I think the biggest struggle was having to wear them 24/7 because I only see my orthodontist every 3 months. My rubber bands, maybe half of that, so like a month and a half, I would wear them every day. That was the most excruciating pain I've ever had to go through, was that. Anytime you get new rubber bands or new placements, it hurts. That's just the reality of it, but I don't think I've ever felt more pain than that. Like, I would never wish that on anybody, not even like my worst enemy. And I worked at a restaurant where I was like the cashier, and I would like talk to people all day, so that sucked. It sucked so much, and it was also embarrassing because it's hard to talk, which leads me into the next struggle of rubber bands. When you first get rubber bands, it is so hard to talk, especially depending how tight they are. For the longest time, I was wearing the extra heavy rubber bands. Right now, I'm wearing only the heavy. The extra heavy makes it super, super tight, because eventually rubber bands, they get more elastic as you talk. See, like, When I first put these rubber bands on, they were more tight, but because I'm talking so much, it expands a little bit, but it still holds it in place. But the extra heavy, or extra, So I literally had customers tell me, What? I'm sorry, I can't understand you. Like, they literally told me, I can't understand you. And I would just be like, I'm sorry, I just got these rubber bands and I have to wear them. Another struggle is remembering your rubber bands. I have to wear these 24/7 now, just because like I said, I'm almost getting them off, hopefully in December, and I will take you guys along with me if that does happen. And I forget to put them back on, which is a pain in the ass. And that's another struggle. It's just remembering your rubber bands. Taking them off to eat is the biggest pain in the ass, just because, first of all, if you're in public, like at a restaurant, you're literally digging in your mouth. At first, I would be embarrassed, and I would make sure no one's looking, and I was like, ugh. But now, I don't go fuck. I'm like, I'm perfecting my smile. Let me be messy for a little bit. Yeah, if you're lucky and your rubber bands are super, like, elastic, sometimes you can eat with them, but at one point, I had 4 rubber bands in my mouth, like 2 on each side, and it was just impossible to eat with them, so I would have to take them off, and then I would put them back on. I was nice enough when I did have those 4 rubber bands that I would go to the bathroom to put them back on, because taking them off is easier, but when you're putting them on, you gotta like really dig in there. Now, I'm used to it. I wear them. I don't get embarrassed anymore having rubber bands, because most people understand. Most people have had braces. There are those certain moments which leads into my next struggle, is people will be like, why do you have rubber bands? Like, don't you just wear those at night? If that means I'm getting my braces off so much quicker, then I'm gonna do it, no matter how weird it makes me look. And that's probably the biggest struggles I can think of. Something I've seen growing up with almost every single one of my friends having braces at some point is they don't wear their shit. They don't wear their rubber bands. They don't take care of their braces, and that is my biggest advice. If your orthodontist says wear your rubber bands 24/7, do it. In most cases, you don't have 3 months to wear your rubber bands. You only have a month, maybe a month and a half, depending on your orthodontist. The less you wear your rubber bands, or the less you take care of your braces, the more time you're gonna have with your braces. And if you're like me, I'm trying to get this shit off. More advice I have with them is just try to remember to put them on. As someone who is forgetful as hell, I know how hard it is to have your rubber bands on you, or forget to put them on, or be too embarrassed to put them on. But something I've realized with having braces is, who cares? Who cares if you have braces? Who cares if you look like a nerd? Who cares if you look weird with rubber bands or with whatever you have to put on? Because at the end of the day, you're gonna have a bomb-ass smile when you get them off, and that's the best thing. So if you have to look weird for a couple months or several months or even a year or two, then so be it. Rubber bands aren't that difficult. At first, it's kind of hard to put them on, but eventually you get into it and it just becomes a normal part of your day. That's it. That's all I have for you guys today. Tell me your braces stories. I love when people tell me their experience with braces, or how excited they are to get braces, or how they're dreading to get braces. At the end of this long process, you're gonna have an amazing smile. Unless you mess up and don't wear your retainers, which you should. BT dubs. If you have any certain types of braces videos you want me to do, let me know. Like, taking care of them, because you girls never had a braces accident. That was my fault. Take care of my braces, and I'm proud. Do you want just a whole braces advice video? Do you guys want me to tell you story times with my braces, how it was when I first got my braces on? Do you guys maybe want a time lapse of, because I did take, throughout the 2 years I had my braces, every now and then I would take pictures to see my progress. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.